That's Matt Kinder, not the camera operator. Not a help, Matt. Thank you. All right, here we go. Finishing warm-ups. Spartans doing their warm-up thing. Getting all psyched up. Playing Armstrong Cooper tonight. I do not know their record. I know that they're a little lower in the district standings. Hope everyone out there is wearing their jammies. Welcome to the late evening edition of Orono Hockey. 8:45 p.m. start. So for the Spartans, they'll send out the Erickson line. Erickson flanked by Weiss and Dillon, along with Keefe and Dacey on defense. I got to start the scoreboard. Here we go. We're off. Armstrong controls the draw. Orono puts it back out into neutral. Erickson fighting for it. He gets it to Dillon. Dillon rushes across the blue line. He's got one man to beat. He beats him. Into the corner, around the goal line. Weiss there to help. Weiss has it. Behind the goal line, Weiss goes. Cross ice, a little too hard. To the point for Jack Keefe. It comes out into neutral. Keefe's pass over to Dacey misses the spot a little bit, but Spartans get it back out into neutral. A little sloppy out of the gate here. AC puts the puck in, but Dacey takes it right away. Cross ice pass intercepted by AC. They move in. They try to center. It goes off Dacey's leg. Now Dillon's got it along the boards. Taken away by AC. They move in. They shoot. By the way, Lamparski in net. Sorry. You would think as a goalie dad, a dad of a goalie, not on this team, that I would think to mention the goalie's name that's starting the game, but Lola Lamparski in net today. AC cuts it off before it gets past the blue line. Shot. Glove saved by Lamparski. 13:38 left in the first, no score. All right, Orono sends out Peckley and Downey. Pierce comes away with it. Pierce and Gerlach on defense. Pierce going to rush it all the way. He almost gets it. He does get a shot off. Save made. Just as he was going past the blue line, or the goal line, I should say. Now battle for it behind the net. Lee comes away with it. He looks to center. He was looking for Gerlach. That's intercepted by AC. Armstrong Cooper comes in. Poke check by Pierce. Lee grabs it. He hands it off to Peck. Peck enters the zone. He moves towards the net. He gets a shot. Save made. Armstrong Cooper looking to break out. They get it across the red line, put it in the zone. And Gerlach gets tied up in the corner. Kinder there to help him. He'll push it forward to Kelly. Kelly taps it to Burke. Burke gets kind of clobbered, but the AC player loses his stick. Instead, Burke on the puck in the zone along with Kelly. They try and punch it out. Dacey on now. He throws one at the net. It goes off a player, off the boards. Held in by Dacey. AC back behind their own net. They go far side. And they punch it out into neutral. Keefe will play it back to Dacey. Dacey's going to bring it across the blue line. He's centering for Kelly. Pass was a little too hot to handle. And AC will cycle it back around the boards. But Dacey cuts it off on the pinch. Backhander towards the net. Save made. Now Kinder pinches. He gets knocked down, but he saves the puck from going out of the zone. Burke centers. It goes past everyone. Kinder is at the forward position tonight. Either that or he's traded positions with somebody. I don't know. There's some knocking around, and yeah, he's going to go to the box. Dacey looks at the ref. Actually, Kinder. Sorry. Kinder looks at the ref, says, "Was that wrong? Should I not have done that?"
Yeah, I mean, I did.
Should I not have cross-checked him? Well, he'll spend 90 seconds thinking about it. 11:35 left. Orono on the kill. Erickson, Pierce, Weiss, and Gerlach out there. Armstrong Cooper has a little pep in their step there. Maybe feeling a little bit disrespected at this point in the season. Comes to the point. Shot goes wide. Armstrong Cooper on the power play. They shoot again. Goes off the side of the net. They whiff a bit on a pass attempt. Pierce takes it. He'll nudge it down the ice gently. No icing. Oh, they do call icing. And 34 seconds expired, though, off the power play for Armstrong Cooper. Weiss going to come off the ice along with Erickson. Peck and Dillon come on the ice. Gerlach and Pierce on defense. Face-off is redirected on Lola, but Gerlach cuts it off before it gets to her. Pierce up to Dillon. He'll hit Peck. Peck enters the zone short-handed. He moves towards the middle. Now Dillon on the puck. He'll wheel it back to the point, but a little too far, and Gerlach loses his stick. Puck goes down the ice. Pierce will backtrack. He grabs it behind his own net. And Armstrong grabs it now. Into the zone, but poke checked away by Dillon. Now Armstrong on the power play still, 16 seconds left. They put in their offensive zone, Spartan defensive zone, but Peck on the puck along the midboard. He'll grab it. He comes across the blue line. Puts on the brakes. He cycles it. He tried to center. Dillon trying to work to grab the puck. Now AC puts it off the glass. Keefe holds the zone. He puts it in deep. Downey goes to chase it down. Along with Dacey. Dacey holds. He gets it down to Peck. Peck tried to give it back to Dacey, but it was well defended. Now it comes out to neutral. Downey grabs the puck. He gets it taken away, and Dacey there on the poke check. In the Spartan defensive zone, Peck intercepts. Peck coming the other way, across the red line, across the blue line. Moves towards the corner, puts on the brakes, got nowhere to go. He's being double teamed. They play it out to neutral. Dacey plays it over to Keefe. Keefe looks cross ice, connects with Lee. Now Lee hits Burke just on. He'll shoot. Glove down. Burke back behind the net. He's trying to nudge it to Lee, but has to think twice because the defender gets there. Now Lee on the puck, back behind the net. He gets pressed up against the boards. They press it over to the side. Armstrong moves into the zone. They shoot. Lamparski with a blocker save. Shot from the point, blocked by Gerlach. You mind? Yeah, thanks. Oh, man, absolutely clobbered, but Burke scores! Sorry for the camera work. Kelly got absolutely clobbered, but I think he gets the assist. I was a little behind the play because I was moving people out of the way. Burke scores, makes it 1-0 Orono. All right, puck controlled by AC. Now Orono. Over to Pierce. Pierce hits Kelly. Kelly hits Burke entering the zone. Burke centers. Nobody there. Gerlach able to hold. All right, into neutral. AC brings it across, onside. Now Orono grabs. And in the corner. Sully Dillon gets his stick in the way. Erickson's got a stick on the puck. AC still working to grab the possession. Pierce has it. Now Erickson. Erickson will skate it out of the defensive zone. He loses it. AC poke checks, and they'll dump and chase as they go off for a change. Dacey back on the puck. Moves past the first guy. Gathers. Sends it cross ice to Dillon. Dillon gets nudged up against the boards. He's trying to track it down. He gets tripped, but Weiss is on the puck. Far board. He'll send it in the corner. Dillon working, trying to scoot free. AC comes away with it. Weiss interrupts that for a minute. Now it's out to neutral. Dacey on the puck. He can't put it in the zone because Weiss was on his backside. Then he got up and got out of the zone. Battle ensues at the blue line. Erickson skating in the blue line. He'll dump it in and go off for a change. Armstrong Cooper misses a pass. It's going to go the length of the ice. That should be icing, and it is. 5:52 left in the first. Orono up 1-0. Peck, Downey, and Lee out there with Pierce and Gerlach. One to Downey. He got poke checked. Trying to advance it towards the goal. Now Peck grabs. Peck wins the draw back to Gerlach. Gerlach sends it behind the net. Downey on the puck. Inside the circle. Puts on the brakes. Down to Lee. Lee looking for Peck out in front. Just missed. Gerlach holds his own. Lee back to Gerlach. Gerlach shoots. Just wide. Now Pierce pinches. He goes behind the goal line. He skates a bit. Still circling out to the top of the point. Now he shoots. Blocked by AC. Puck comes out into neutral. Downey grabs. He'll get it far side for Gerlach, who tries to hit Lee. And now AC moves it in the zone. Puck reversed to the far side. Pierce able to get it to Lee. Lee gets it out to neutral to Peck. Peck enters the zone. He's double teamed. He grabs it on his backhand, gets it to Downey. Downey was looking for Peck, trying to cut towards the net, but Peck came the other way. Downey and Peck in the corner. Peck comes away with it. He'll circle. He's poke checked. He grabs it back. Still being double teamed. Sounds like they have kind of looks like they have a game plan on Malachi right now. He nudges it past the goal line, goes off for a change. Kelly on. He'll hit Dacey. Well, it went off the board, and he didn't hit Dacey. Dacey able to break up the play, though. Burke plays it over to Keefe. Plays it into neutral, intercepted by AC. Dacey with a poke check just outside the blue line. We'll get it back into neutral. Kelly's got it. Kelly works across the red line. He hits Kinder entering the zone. Kinder puts on the brakes. He gets it back to Burke. Burke centered for Kelly, but his stick was tied up by a defender. Pardon me. Kelly moves in. He'll go cross ice for Keefe. Keefe shoots. He scores! Keefe from Kelly on a laser. Far side. Hits the open net. 2-0. Orono. Keefe from Kelly. Weiss. Armstrong broke it up. They play whack-a-mole for a bit. Now Erickson grabs control of it. He brings it in the zone. He gets poke checked. Dillon's got the puck. In this corner, he sends it back out to the point. Pierce grabs it. He'll cycle it to Gerlach. Gerlach shoots. Oh! Where's the puck? Puck went into the pad of the goalie. Goalie's got a brand new sock. It's a Gerlach special. 5 shots on goal for Orono, 3 for Armstrong Cooper thus far. Erickson set to take the face-off. He wins it over to Weiss. Weiss inside the circle. He's moving towards the net. He gets poke checked. Now Dillon. He's looking for somebody to center it to. Back behind the goal line. Now he moves into the circle. Erickson couldn't get the shot off. His stick was disrupted. Now Armstrong plays it out into neutral. Gerlach right there. He'll cycle it back in. They were going to call offside, but Armstrong touched the puck. Erickson off his knees, tried to get across ice for Dillon. Intercepted by AC. They come the other way. Shot goes off a stick high over the net. Erickson on the puck behind his own goal line. Gets it to Dillon. Right on the tape. Dillon moves it into the zone. He gets interfered with, but he'll go off the ice for a change. Armstrong Cooper grabs. They bring it in the zone. Dacey knocks it down with his hand. Plays it. He skates it. He's skating across the blue line. He goes wide. Now on his backhand, back behind the net. Get rid of the puck, dude. Well, he did, but Armstrong Cooper there. They come the other way. Disrupted by Lee and Downey. Now, Lee, I don't know. I got to move the camera like it's a tennis match right now because we're playing ping pong. Armstrong Cooper out into neutral. Downey able to nudge it to Dacey. Dacey plays it off the boards for Keith. Keith grabs and goes. Hands off to Peck. Peck moves in. Puts on the brakes. He's looking for somebody. Trying to play it back to the point. Now Pierce. Pierce circles. He shoots. Save made. Now Lee grabs it. He was looking for Pierce, but Pierce had vacated the area. Now Armstrong Cooper skates out. Comes on Pierce's puck momentarily. Now AC moves right towards the net. Shot. Save. It's loose. Chipped up and over the net. Comes in on Lolushi. Sticks it over to the side. Peck grabs and goes. He gets knocked down off the puck. He regathers. Gets it to Pierce. Pierce to Lee. Lee brings it in the zone. Everybody else goes off for a change. Lee centers, but nobody home. Lee still got it. He puts a backhander on. Save made. Burke now back behind the goal line. He's looking for some space. He's not going to find any because they were in good defensive position. Now the puck comes out to neutral. And that'll do it. At the end of one, Orono leads 2-0. Hey, Spartan Mom crowd, let's get this thing started. Let's go. Spartan Mom's not paying attention to me. Pretty much like all women in my life. All right, we're starting the second period. Orono controls the puck off the boards to Kelly. He enters the zone. He's got Kinder far side. He hits Burke in the center. One-timer goes right on net, but a good save made. Into the corner. They're looking for it. AC is going to get there first. They're going to break out. I'll change it to the second period here in a moment. I totally forgot to do that. All right, Orono plays it out to neutral. AC dumps it right back in, but Dacey there. He'll hit Kelly. Kelly brings it in the zone. Moves towards the net. Burke almost got a whack at it, but a stick got in his way. Now Dacey on a one-timer from the point. Blocked out in front. Keefe puts it in. Kinder redirects on, but save made. Orono leads 2-0, 14:08 left in the second. Erickson wins the draw, back to Weiss. To Gerlach, he puts it on net, just wide. Now Pierce at the blue line, it skips out into neutral. Pierce will bring it in. He tries to hit Weiss, it comes to Gerlach. Gerlach fires again, shot on goal, save made. Pierce getting harassed along the boards. AC takes it away, but it comes back to Pierce. Pierce gets it to Dillon. Dillon puts one in on net, save made. Pierce was looking for the rebound, but the goalie got just enough of it to stop it and kill it. 13:33 left, we'll change them up. Peck, Lee, and Downey come out with Keefe and Dacey. Peck set to take the draw, he wins it back to Dacey. Dacey loses it, now regains it. He'll dump it back in. AC plays it along the boards. Out to neutral. Poke check by Keefe. He takes it away. Peck has it. He gets it to Downey. Downey moves it over to Lee. Lee shoots. Save made. Up the boards. Peck cuts it off. Tries to play it back in. Cut off by Armstrong Cooper. They play it out to neutral into the Spartan zone. Keefe goes far side for Downey. A little too hot. And now Peck grabs inside his own blue line. He moves towards the other way. Into the offensive zone. On his backhand, he moves in. He gives it to Downey. Downey one-timer. Right on, but save made. Good dish there from Peck. Now, Gerlach. Downey got a stick out in front on the shot, but it just deadened. Now Downey back checking, and there will be an offside call. 12:22 left. 12:22 left in the second period. Orono still leading 2-0. Shots on goal at this point. 13 for Orono, 4 for Armstrong Cooper. Kinder, Kelly, and Burke centering them with Gerlach and Pierce on defense. Kelly takes the puck off the draw, into the zone, tries to go back to the point, intercepted by Armstrong Cooper. They play it off the boards. Pierce has the position. Good job defensively by Liam Pierce. Trying to nudge it past the blue line, but now Burke helps him and puts it out into neutral. They play whack-a-mole. Burke's on the puck in his own zone. Goes cross ice to Gerlach. Gerlach up to Kinder. It was a little bit behind him. But Gerlach, I thought he held the zone. Was he over the blue line? I don't know. It's good soccer play. 11:43 left. We'll get a whistle and change them up again. Erickson line out. Erickson, Weiss, and Dillon, along with Dacey and Keefe. Keefe brings it in the zone. He moves in. He centers for Dillon. He scores! Beautiful pass by Keefe. Dillon puts his stick on it, and it goes top shelf. 3-0 Orono. That was pretty. That's how you do it. You in the goal line. Erickson gets punched up against the boards. No call. That should have been a call. They fight for it in the middle. Armstrong Cooper comes away with it. Dillon is able to hold the zone. Now Erickson gets tripped. He's going to draw the penalty. Dacey puts a shot on. Rebound almost came right to Weiss. Now Weiss gets double teamed up against the boards. What the hell's going on here? Thought I was watching a bantam game for a minute. Holy cow. Armstrong Cooper's going to go to the box for cheating. And Orono is going to go on the power play. Leading 3-0. Armstrong Cooper off to the box for a trip. Peck, Downey, Lee, Pierce, and Gerlach out there. Downey back behind the goal line to Lee, back behind the goal line. Lee skates it out into the circle. He's on his backhand. He shoots. Glove save. Peck wins draw forward. He goes and gets it in the corner. Gets it back to the point for Gerlach. Gerlach goes far side for Pierce. Setting up the power play. Pierce going to back tap it for Gerlach. He winds up. Just shoots wide. Peck gathers. Back behind the goal line. He'll cycle it back down to Downey. Oh, it gets past Downey. Armstrong. High off the boards. Gerlach able to kick it again. Gerlach's been working on his soccer skills. Now Armstrong tries to clear. They do. Pierce on the puck. He gets poke checked, but still brings it in the zone. Still trying to gather. He gets it. He goes out in front to Downey. Downey one-timer. Save made. Good pass, good shot. Better save. Lee goes cross ice. 15 seconds left on the power play. Pierce. He'll bring it in the zone. He goes far side. He centers again for Kinder. Kinder's one-timer goes wide. Now he centers again. He hits Kinder. Kinder scores. Kinder from Pierce makes it 4-0. A power play goal. Huh? Four nothing Orono. Hey, what was the question there, Eddie?
It didn't seem like Kinder doing the puck went in the goal. You just gotta just stop. Like, oh,
hey, if you've done it before, act like you've done it.
Is that wrong?
No. Should I not have done that?
That's how he looked after he scored. Should I not have done that?
All right. Orono trying to clear the zone. They do. Burke's got it. He's got a 3-on-1. He's looking for Kinder again. Kinder gets it back in. Oh, save made. Hopefully I got that on the camera. All right, puck goes into the bench. We'll get a face-off. It'll come deep in the Orono offensive zone. Burke, Kinder, and Kelly out with Keefe and Dacey. 9:03 left in the second. Be nice to have some running time in the third period. Maybe get home and get to bed at a reasonable hour. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. They dig for it in the circle. Everybody's after it. Armstrong Cooper comes away with it. They'll move it into their offensive zone. Shot. Lampersky knocks it down. It comes, redirect comes back, right back in on her, and she stops that one. So add 2 shots to the Armstrong Cooper tally. Add 2 more saves to Lampersky's save total. Not sure I'm trusting the shots on goal. They're either delayed or off, but whatever. All right. Weiss grabs off the draw. Plays it off the boards. He was looking for Dillon. Gets by him. AC cycles behind the net. Cut off. Erickson grabs and dumps deeper. Weiss and Erickson in the corner. AC plays it out. They're able to get it out. Nobody's back. Pierce has to hustle back. He'll take away that play nicely. And Weiss now on the puck. He'll bring it in the zone. He cuts through. On his backhander, he shoots. He scores. Weiss unassisted. 5-0. See puck, get puck, drive puck, shoot puck, score. All right. Armstrong Cooper wins the draw. They bring it in. Keefe back there. Now Peck. He'll get the puck. He goes cross ice for Lee. Lee taps it out into neutral. Armstrong Cooper puts it back in, but they were exiting the zone, so offside's the call. 7:48. We'll get a face-off at center ice. 5-0 Orono advantage. Peck wins it to Downey. Downey to Dacey. Dacey to Lee. Lee brings it in the zone. He's got a 3-on-2. He hits Peck. It went off his blade just a little bit. Armstrong Cooper goes the other way. Dacey breaks that one up. He puts it back in the zone, but nobody there but AC. Dacey knocks one down in neutral. Brings it in the zone again. Peck grabs it. He's looking for Downey. Downey gets tripped up. Now Lee to Downey. Downey tried to center it. Played out to neutral. Bodies go flying. Sticks go flying. Centered by AC. Cut off by Keefe. They reverse the puck. Dacey there first. He'll get it to Lee, who gets it to Peck. Peck enters the zone. He's got Kinder on the far side. He whiffed on the shot. And AC... Nope. Kinder taps it to Kelly. Kelly shoots. Glove save. Man. That was a good save. I think Kelly thought he had him. And the goalie just waved his glove and caught it. 6:35 left in the second. Kelly centering now, Burke and Kinder. Puck comes out to neutral off the draw. Gerlach gets it over to Dacey, Pierce, who knocks it in the zone. AC plays it off the wall. Gerlach there to cut it off momentarily. He's going to need some help. They battle for it. Burke now in the corner, looking for space. Kinder comes to join the fun, as does Kelly. Kelly gets the puck back behind the goal line. He gets hooked. No call. Burke. A little hand fighting along the midboard. They're still looking for it. Cut off by Kinder. Oh, and then they poke check and they play it out to neutral. But Kelly's right on it. Now poke checked out to neutral again. We're playing with fire here because we were all kind of pinching. Now Weiss grabs. He'll just dump it in the zone, deep into the corner. Orono starts a change. Erickson on the ice, grabs the puck. Works behind the net. And he's going to... Oh, shoot! Man, I thought he was going to shoot. He's still holding it. He's got Dillon. Dillon centers for Weiss. It's not there. Keefe makes a move. He shoots. Puck is deflected wide. Dillon. It's almost like a power play right now. Dillon on the puck. Back to the point. Now back in the corner. Along the midboard. AC grabs and they'll punch it out to neutral. They're trying to get something going here. On a back check. Shot fired. Lamparski save. It's loose out in the middle. Shot goes just wide. Keefe gets it to Dillon. Dillon gloves it down. Enters the zone. AC on the defense, but Weiss takes it away. He moves towards the net. He backhands. Save made. It's loose. He whacks at it again. Another save made. Now Keefe puts one on. Blocked out in front. Keefe at the blue line. Able to hold it for a minute, but AC comes and gathers. They work it in the defensive zone for Orono. Taken away by Dacey. Gets tripped up momentarily. A little pushing and shoving going on. A little hockey going on. Now, Keefe plays it up the boards. Shot by Armstrong. Just wide. This group's been out there for a while. I think they're getting a little dogged. Now Dillon grabs and goes. He skates into the offensive zone on his backhand, gets poke checked. Weiss gets. He skates wide to the far circle. He centers. He was looking for Erickson. It was cut off by AC. AC brings it in. They'll shoot it in on net. Lemparski just waves that towards the center, but Pierce is going to go to the box for a trip. His dad opens the door for him, says, "Son, take a seat. Let's have a discussion." Liam says, "Dad, was I wrong? Was I not supposed to do that?" They'll figure it out. Orono on the kill. Who is that masked man? That was Kelly to Downey to Gerlach. Gerlach's going to rush it in. He's going to get all the way to the goal. He shoots. Save made. Back tap by Lee on... Oh, Gerlach just wide on the rebound shot. Now another shot by Kelly goes... Save made. To the point. Downey. He holds. He shoots. It's loose. Gerlach. Now Lee. Now Kelly. We're on the kill, and we've had like 3 shots on goal already. It comes out into neutral. Downey's going to backtrack and find it. He'll throw it out to neutral for Lee. Now, Lee hits Gerlach. Gerlach shoots. He scores! Gerlach from Lee. Makes it 6-0. Gerlach gets on the board. Is that his first? First goal of the year. First goal in a long time because of the injury, but he's back and right at it. 6-0. Short-handed goal. All right, Burke, Kinder, and Dacey and Peck out there. Peck moves it into the zone, short-handed, for another 25 seconds. AC on the puck. They move it across ice. They will finally enter the zone on their own power play. Dacey there to disrupt that. Now Burke punches it out into neutral. AC tries to regather. Kinder disrupts it for a moment. Now Dacey, now Peck. Peck has the puck. He goes cross ice. He gets hit. Out of the box is Keefe. Pierce came out of the box. Keefe came on. They were looking for a cheap one, but we didn't get it. Dacey to Peck. Peck controls now. He'll skate. He skates wide. He tries to move towards the middle. Gets knocked off the puck. Keefe has it. Keefe moves in. He gets poke checked. Keefe and Weiss out there. Weiss now ties it up. Puck goes up and over the glass, and we'll get a whistle with 59.5 seconds left in the second period. Orono leading 6-0. Erickson, Weiss, and Dillon with Kelly and Pierce. We're at even strength. Erickson wins it back to Pierce. He puts it towards the middle. Taken away by Armstrong Cooper. They go wide. They enter the zone, try a shot, but Pierce blocks it. Now Erickson. Now AC re-enters the zone. They kick it forward. Kelly back on defense. Overskates it a little bit. AC out in front. They'll play it to the point. Not handled cleanly, and it comes out of the zone for offside. 26 seconds left. Shots on goal right now, 20. According to the scoreboard, 26 for Orono, 6 for Armstrong Cooper. They battle for it off the draw. Dillon comes away with it. He hits Weiss. Weiss moves to his backhand. Now his forehand. He's getting back checked. He gets a shot, but it's blocked. Banged off the boards by Kelly. He's digging for it. Erickson helping him out. Erickson digging for it. Erickson comes away with it. Comes across the blue line, but it doesn't matter because that's the end of the second period. And Orono, when I get the new tongue, leads 6-0 after 2. I'd like to introduce everyone to Cousin Eddie. Cousin Eddie's on the naughty list this year. Probably because they emptied a chemical toilet into a
Don't try this at home,
sewer.
kids. I am a professional.
That's what the holidays are all about, isn't it?
I told Jack, I was like, Jack, you're naughty. He smiled just like you're smiling right now. He smiled. I said, all right, you go out there, you be better now. You be better next time. Just be nicer.
All right, we're going to switch up some lines, I think, leading by 6 goals in the third period. It appears, anyway. So, on the ice, I don't know where they're playing, are Daisy Peck, Lee, Gerlach, and Downey. Gerlach's going to be centering Downey and Lee. He wins it over to Downey. Downey brings it in the zone. He gets a shot.
Oh!
Ay! Ay, ay.
That's a spicy jalapeno.
Oh. 1 inch away from a spicy jalapeno was that shot. Went just wide. Now Lee out in front. Off the back of the net. Armstrong Cooper tries to clear. They do out to neutral, but Peck's right there. Peck's going to skate it in. He gathers speed. He gets a shot off. Save made. Gerlach back to Dacey. Tries to go back to Gerlach. Gerlach getting double teamed in the corner. Somebody go get the puck. Lee in the corner. Now Downey. Downey trying to keep it. He's poke checked. AC comes away with it out into neutral. Peck on his backhand. Off the boards. Gets it to Lee. Back to Peck. Peck moves in. Downey holds up for onside. Peck gets tripped up going to the net. No call. I doubt there will be many in this period. Now Peck out in front to Downey. Downey shoots. Or got it stick on it. He got knocked off the puck. No call. Now Lee. He nudges it back behind the goal line. There's some body blows going on out there. Armstrong Cooper tries to clear. They finally do out to neutral. Kelly back on defense. He'll bring it across the line. He gets to the net. He shoots. Save made. Man, that was a good shot. He was looking near side. Goalie had a good blocker save. Now Burke inside the circle. He shoots. He hits the post. He goes and gathers, tries to center. Armstrong Cooper clears. It's going to die before it gets down the ice, so Kinder back to retrieve. He'll go cross ice for Burke. Burke nudges to Pierce. Pierce brings it across. He gets poke checked. They send it out to neutral. Kinder back on the puck. He'll put on the brakes along the boards. Skated out to neutral. He tried to hit Pierce. It was right kind of in that iffy area, if you know what I mean. Unable to handle. They battle for it against the boards. Feel like I'm watching a tennis match right now. Now it comes to Kelly. Kelly gathers. He'll go far side for Keith. Sorry, that is Keith. Keith tried to center for Pierce. Pierce's stick was held up. AC tries to reverse the puck. Cut off by Pierce. Armstrong Cooper grabs. They skate it out. Far side knocked down by a high stick, but no call. Shot comes in on Lamparski. Save made. To Peck. Peck hits Pierce. Pierce moves in. He'll shoot. Far side. Wide. Weiss tries to punch it up against the boards. Now Peck from the blue line moves in. He dumps for Pierce, but cut off by AC. AC comes the other way. They get to the red line, dump and change. Dacey back on the puck. He'll cycle it back around for Erickson. Erickson along the boards. Erickson grabs, goes across the blue line. Taken away. Taken away again. Kinder got it to Erickson. Erickson shoots. Blocked wide. Then he gets pounded. Man. Up against the boards. Dillon comes away with it. He moves to the circle. He tried to center for Weiss. Weiss got a one-timer off, but it was blocked. Now Weiss regathers in the corner. He'll cycle it to Dillon again, back behind the goal line. And now we finally get a call. And who's it going to be? Is it going to be Weiss, or is it going to be the Armstrong player? It looks like it's Weiss. Weiss. Doing time. Oh, they're both doing time. All right. Incidentals. So we're still at 5-on-5 hockey. One player from each team goes off the ice. 9:52 and counting as we're in running time. Shot right off the draw from Kinder. Save made. AC goes cross ice. Pass doesn't connect. Kelly breaks it up at the blue line. Now Kinder. Now Kelly. Kelly off the sideboard to Downey. Downey's going to go cross ice for Lee. He hits him. Lee brings it in. Poke check, but still has it. He centers. Puck's just kind of loose out in all kinds of places. Downey tried to move in, was poke checked. Now, Kinder gets knocked down by a check. No call. Kelly cross ice for Downey. Downey up the boards to Lee in neutral. He was looking for Kinder. Kinder has to backtrack to get it. He'll bring it across the blue line. He'll cycle it down low. So Kelly and Downey are on defense. I've just figured it out. And Lee, Gerlach, and Kinder at the forwards. Kicked around back behind the goal line. AC takes control. They go cross ice. They bring it in. Downey interrupts that play. Kelly comes to help. Kelly's got the puck. Makes a move. Skates it in. Into the circle, towards the net. Shot gets deflected up and over the net. Kelly tries to knock it down with his hand. Now he's in the corner. Still on the puck. He circles. He was looking for somebody, but it was broken up. Now AC goes the other way. They almost had a break towards the net. Peck's going to go to the box for interference. 7:47 and counting. That goes off for interference. So Burke, Pierce, Keefe, Dacey out there on the kill. Puck comes out into neutral off the draw. It's a two-man race. Dacey got there first. Now they bring it in on the power play. Shot towards Lamparski. Easily saved. Towards the corner is the rebound. It's going to come all the way out into neutral. Dacey's going to grab. He's got Keefe. Puck goes back behind the goal line. Keefe. Short-handed. Goes cross ice for Pierce. Pierce going to wind up. He's going to shoot. Save made. Glove down and frozen. Now we got all kinds of but Dacey's getting into it with somebody, and he's going to go do some time for it. So Orono penalty still rolling on the first one to Peck. Orono's going to go to the box for a second one with Dacey, so that we're going to be 3-on-5 if they ever drop the puck. We might be 4-on-5 before it actually happens because we got a running clock right now. In all likelihood, they probably should have stopped the clock, but home ice rules, right? Kinder, Keefe, and Kelly out there. And as they drop the puck, time will expire, but they'll have to wait to open the door. Now the door is open, and Orono's got another man on the ice, and that's Malachi Peck. Puck comes all the way down the ice. AC's got it, still on the power play, but only a one-man advantage versus a two-man. Kelly now in his own zone. Circles behind the net. Tried to play it off the wall to himself, broken up. AC moves in. They center. Oh, diving play. Out to neutral by Kelly. AC moves in. Taken away by Kinder. Now Keefe punches it to himself. He tried to hit Malachi streaking towards the net, but that was broken up. Kelly with the puck. He'll go off the boards wide. Somebody's got to get there. Kinder gets there, gets his stick on it, but AC cuts it off. 33 seconds left on the kill. Peck grabs and goes. And he's poke checked as he moves in towards the net. Battle ensues. Weiss 1-on-4. He'll backhand it in. Goes off didn't get all the way to the net, off his stick. But 5 seconds left on the kill. 3, 2, 1. We're at even strength, but Armstrong Cooper has the puck. Burke and Pierce working together. They're trying to find it. They bang it out into neutral. AC puts it right back in the zone. 4:04 left and counting. Back out into neutral. AC goes cross ice, cut off by Kinder. Kinder moves in. Into the zone. Down behind the goal line, he centers. Nobody there. Pierce able to pinch and hold. AC goes far side. Now the puck comes out into neutral. They got a one-on-one here. He just kind of holds up. Now he shoots. Kind of stealthily, and Lamparski makes a save.
Jack Kessler is watching sick, and he loves your commentary. Just got a message.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Jack.
Just got a
And
message.
hope you feel better, buddy. We're missing you tonight. All right, 3:15 left and counting.
Ask him what does he think of my sweater.
I'm fairly certain he could care less about your sweater.
But I love it. I love the sweater.
Never know. Jack's a sensitive guy. He might be a fan.
You know what? Hey, Jack, text Sarah Dacey if you like Chris Dillon's sweater or not. You see it? He's naughty. He's a naughty monkey. All right. Cross ice, Dylan plays it up to the blue line. It's out. AC puts it back in offside. .237 until the Sandman comes and we all go to sleep. Erickson, Dacey, Dylan, Peck, and Kelly out there.
Chris, Jack.
Peck off the boards to Dylan.
He loves it.
Dylan whiffs a little bit. Now Peck gathers. He's skating. He's got a clear lane. Backhander. Oh, he's looking for Dacey on the back cut, but it didn't quite connect. Now Dylan back behind the net. He's looking for somebody to center to. He's looking for Dacey. Dacey long in the corner. Back behind the goal line. Close pass. Dylan gets it to Erickson out in front. Broken up. AC comes the other way. Peck disrupts that. 140 in counting. Now Erickson grabs. He'll go cross ice for Dacey. Dacey's got Dylan and Kelly with him. Hands off to Kelly. Kelly cuts through the middle. Save made. It's loose out in front, but AC is going to come away with this one. They're going to go cross ice, and it comes out to neutral. Peck reverses it back to Dylan. Dylan thought about a toe drag. He thinks better of it. He centers it out in front. Nobody there. We got some garments out there on the middle of the ice. Now AC grabs. Downey poke checks. Armstrong Cooper comes in. They shoot just wide. Pierce. Taken away by AC. They center. Pierce got his stick on it. They center again. Redirect. Goes wide. Now broken up. And Pierce is going to take it to the length of the ice. He'll bring it in the zone. He shoots off the side of the net. Oh, jeez. Man, watch yourself there. Yeah, dangerous play, and they'll go to the box for that, as they should. Gerlach draws the penalty. That'll do it. That'll be the end of the game. Refs say that's enough. 6 seconds left. We'll hear the horn sound again, and Lemparski with her second shutout in a row. Orono wins 6-0. 32 shots to 10. That's going to do it. I'm going to go say hello to my pillow. We'll see you, I don't know,